Hello students, welcome back to Narayana Digital Classes. Today we will be solving the assignment number 29 on the topic atomic structure. Let's move on to the assignment. Here the first question, in any given subshell, all the orbitals having equal energy, hence they are called, right? For example, we know that atom contain different subshells. Atom contain different subshells. So this is the nucleus, the center point is the nucleus. So around the nucleus, subshells are present, the shells. Around the nucleus, cells are present. Each and every shells are divided into subshells, right? So in subshells, so many orbitals are present, right? So the orbital which are having equals energy, those orbitals are called as degenerate orbitals. Those orbitals are called as degenerate orbitals. For example, if you take the d orbital, so d orbital have 5 degenerate orbital. D orbital has 5 degenerate. 5 degenerate orbital. Those are dxy, dyz, and dzx, and dx square y square, and dz square z square. These are the 5 degenerate orbitals which are having the same equal energy, So in any given subcell, all the orbitals have equal energy. Those orbitals are called as degenerate orbitals. So correct option is fourth option. Clear? Let's move on to the next question. Here the second question, in general, the energy of an orbital can be known from its dash value in the absence of external magnetic field, right? So each and every orbital has different energy. For example, if you take 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. So 5s orbitals. So these are the different s orbitals. Each and every orbital has different energy. So the energy of orbital as known as by using a formula that is n plus 1. So for example, see here, this one is the 1s orbital. The 2s orbital has more energy than 1s orbital. So 1s orbital n is 1 and plus 1. So it is 2. So that is 2s orbitals. So if n plus 1 value increases, the orbital energy also increase. So the orbital energy can be defined by a formula that is n plus 1. So the correct answer is second option. Let's move on to the next question. Here the third question, as the number of nodal plane increases, the energy of the orbital, right? The number of nodal plane. So here, what is the nodal plane? First we have to discuss about what is the nodal plane, right? So nodal plane is a space, is an area at which we cannot find the probability of electrons. We cannot find the electrons, right? For example, if you take p orbital, p orbital shape is dumbbell, right? So this is the p orbital. So the electrons are revolving around in this shape. So if you find there is an area at which we cannot find the electron, so this plane is called as nodal plane, right? If nodal plane increases, the orbital energy also increase. So the correct option is second option. Clear? Let's move on to the next question. Here the question, the number of nodal planes for s orbital is. So s orbital, just now we discussed, nodal plane is at where there is no probability of finding the electrons. That is, that plane is called as, that place is called as nodal planes. So s orbital has spherical shape. S orbital has spherical shape, right? So we cannot find any nodal plane. We cannot find any nodal plane in the s orbitals, right? So the number of nodal planes which is present in s orbital is 0. So the correct option is first option. Clear? So if you observe s orbital, the s orbital is in spherical shape, we can find each and every place the electron. So but the nodal plane is where we cannot find the probability of finding electrons. That is the nodal plane. So for s orbitals, nodal planes are 0. Let's move on to the next question. Here the question, the number of nodal planes for d orbital is. So we know that d orbital shape is double dumbbell. D orbital shape is double dumbbell. For example, if you take dxy orbital, the shape of dxy orbital is dxy orbital is this one. So this is x orbital, this is y orbitals. So there are two nodal planes we can observe. So for y orbital is one nodal plane and x orbital is another nodal plane. So for the number of nodal planes for d orbital is 2. So the correct option is third option. Clear? I hope you understand very well. Thank you very much.